Have you ever felt like you were born for something more, but you can't quite put your finger on what exactly that is? Like there's an invisible thread that's almost pulling you, or like a passion that you can't quite describe, telling you to go this way and you don't know why. That is your North Node speaking. It's not just your sun sign, your moon sign, or even your rising sign. It's deeper than all of that. Guys, your North Node is your soul's GPS in this lifetime. It is what your spirit came to master. It is your life purpose, and it holds the secret to your greatest fulfillment. But here is the twist. Of course, our North Node is the path that feels the least familiar and sometimes the most scary. If you've ever wondered, why do I keep repeating these same patterns in my relationships? Why am I drawn to certain struggles again and again? Like, why am I stuck in this comfort zone? Then congratulations, you have brushed up against your North Node. See, let's break it down so everyone can understand. In astrology, your North Node represents the qualities you are meant to develop. Your soul's muscles you came here to stretch and to strengthen, but to do that, you need to step away from your comfort zone. And your comfort zone is ruled by your South Node. So imagine it like a straight line. Your South Node, your comfort zone, your North Node, what you are growing towards. Your South Node is basically the lessons you've already mastered, and you might be overusing it to your detriment. The truth is, your soul came here for a mission, and the mission looks different for every single zodiac sign. If your North Node is an Aries, you're here to be a leader, to be courageous, more independent. If it's a Pisces North Node though, then you are meant to surrender to the divine, a life of less control, of trusting in the universe. Each sign has its own unique growth path, and once you understand yours, it's like the light turns on. You finally start seeing your past clearly, why you went through what you did. You forgive yourself, you understand your patterns, and maybe most importantly, you stop being who you think you're supposed to be and finally allow yourself to become who you really are meant to be. Yes, there will be resistance. The North Node is not always an easy path, right? It's out of our comfort zone. It's a path of evolution. It calls out the parts of us that feel most unfamiliar, most underdeveloped. To give you a little context on this, my North Node is in Taurus and my South Node is in Scorpio. So for me, in past lifetimes, I was really drawn to being around people, merging energies with them, understanding the psychological motivations of other people. I was drawn to drama, intensity, passion, all or nothing, instant results, instant gratification. And then my North Node is teaching me to build slow and steady and allow for more peace, less intensity. Instead of trying to understand the psychological motivations of others, focusing on myself, building something beautiful and connecting with nature more, rather than get caught up in the drama of other people's lives and always trying to understand the motivations and be there as and merge with people's energy. I am really meant to carve out my own path and build something long and steady, and relationships that allow for serenity and calm in my life. In this video, I am breaking down all 12 North Node placements. We are going to break them down one by one, and this is not just a description of astrological traits. If you know me, you know my account. I like to go deep into astrology. I like to go deep into every single sign. When I learned my North Node, everything made sense for me. Why I went through past patterns, why I felt so uncomfortable with safety, why I felt so uncomfortable with wealth, with money, with peace, with patience. It showed me so many themes that I was living out that were keeping me stuck, and it also gave me the confidence to go after my dream that I had been pushing down, that I had been suppressing. There was that little voice telling me, you're meant for more, you're meant for something else. And when I found my North Node, it made that voice louder. It reaffirmed to me, I can go after this. This is part of my purpose. I am meant to do it, and it's meant to feel uncomfortable. I can't wait to tell you all about your North Node. Disclaimer, you might feel seen, you might cry a little bit, you might laugh, and this is all really good because it means the truth is going to land for you. We are going to explore what each North Node sign is meant to master, what they are meant to leave behind, and how to navigate your soul's curriculum with a little bit of compassion, some laughter, no judgment, just giving you guys the insight and the wisdom so you can move forward in a more aligned and fulfilled way. Because when we are moving towards our North Node, we get that sense of fulfillment. We are rewarded for it. You stop searching for outside validation and you start building this inner sense of peace. You make choices from alignment instead of fear, and it starts to feel so much more like you. It's when we get stuck in our South Node that we go through these cycles that keep us in scarcity. My intention is to help you remember what your soul already knows and what you know deep down, because you did not come here to repeat the past. You came here to evolve. Let's get into the video. So what is the North Node and how are you going to find yours in your birth chart? It's super easy to find. So the North Node is not a planet. It's not even a physical object. It's actually actually a mathematical point calculated in your chart. Do not let that fool you. This tiny cosmic coordinate carries some of the deepest, most soul-shifting, mind-boggling information in astrology. So let's imagine your soul as a traveler with many different lifetimes. Every lifetime it visits a different city, picking up new skills, new experiences, new karma. And the South Node is the city that you just came from. Familiar streets, a language that you know very well, lessons you've long mastered. You could basically drive there while you're blindfolded because you know it so well. But your North Node is the city that your soul chose in this lifetime. And this city is a whole new vibe, and you don't know the customs yet. You don't know where to drive, you don't know where your favorite restaurant is, the roads are weird, the GPS keeps rerouting, you order coffee and they bring you soup. It's confusing, it's also exhilarating, and it's your catalyst for growth. The North Node is ultimately the growth zone. It's not necessarily what comes easy to us, it's what calls you though. It's what seems interesting, what you're meant to go after in this incarnation. Because in past lifetimes, you already mastered that other energy. You already mastered those lessons. You could do that on autopilot, but it's not going to get you anywhere if you keep giving into it more. It's like relying on your dominant hand for everything and never even trying to strengthen your non-dominant hand. Eventually, the imbalance is going to show up in one way or another. And to grow, to strengthen, it means doing the thing that is a little bit scary, but also makes you feel very much alive. Your North Node is showing you the qualities that your soul is meant to embrace, the style of your growth, the flavor of your evolution. And when you embody the traits of your North Node, it doesn't only bring you peace, it also helps you live out your purpose for other people. For me, I always wondered, what is my life purpose? I feel like I'm going against it. I feel like there's something more fulfilling for me to do. And once I started going towards that, success followed, opportunities opened up. Yes, it was scary, but when I took those leaps, I felt much more fulfilled. I felt like I was growing. I felt like life was interesting. The sign that your North Node is in, it tells you the qualities you're meant to embody, the style of your growth, and when you embody those traits, it's going to bring you peace and bring peace for other people. And then the house that your North Node sign falls into, this is going to tell you where the themes will show up most in your life. Could show up in love, health, spirituality, money, career. We're going to stick to signs in this video. If you want to go deeper into the house, the aspects, and all of that, you can book a reading with me. Now, here's where it gets juicy. So our North and South Node are exact opposites on the zodiac wheel. So whatever house, whatever sign your North Node falls into, you can just know that your South Node is going to be in the exact opposite sign. When we look at the 12 zodiac and we lay them out, there are opposites to each sign, and you can look this up too. But let's say you have a North Node in Aries, then your South Node is going to be in Libra. If you have a North Node in Taurus, your South Node is going to be in Scorpio. So if you know your North Node, then you immediately know your South Node too. Past self versus your future self. It's that voice that says, but this is who I've always been. Lovingly challenged by the voice saying, this is who I want to be. This is who I'm meant to be. And literally nobody, no one on this earth comes into this lifetime living in alignment with their North Node path. You probably saw a lot of the South Node past life karmic cycles showing up around ages 0 to 12 and had a huge growth point around 36. It's meant to be awkward at first. It's meant to be humbling. We're meant to learn those lessons. And often people don't start embodying their North Node until midlife, unless you're aware of it, because a health scare could come up, a financial scare, a friendship scare, a divorce, just some altering moment that shows you, I can't live like this anymore. You stop running from discomfort and you start growing into it. And no, this is not about becoming the perfect version of yourself. It's about becoming a present version, one who stops trying to earn their worth and starts embodying it. When you start living in your truth, you are going to notice something strange. I promise you, if you watch this video and you start doing those things in alignment with your North Node, the right people are going to attract to you, the right opportunities, people that just feel in alignment. They almost feel fated, they feel karmic. Life will, of course, stay life, right? And things will go on, but the life that you live will start making more sense. It's like you're following a guided compass towards a certain direction. So if you've been spinning your wheels, wondering why does everything feel off, you are not broken. Maybe you just needed to be redirected. And your North Node is that internal compass telling you that you're not lost. You're just going somewhere that's unfamiliar. You did not come here to settle. Let me tell you really quickly, right before we get into the signs, how to find your North Node. I like using astro charts because it's really, really easy. I'll show it on the screen here. You're gonna go to astro charts, put in your exact birth data. You wanna have an exact birth time or this is not gonna be accurate. Call up your parents, call up your caregiver, whoever gave birth to you, call up out the hospital if you don't have it, or look at your birth certificate, find that exact birth time, and then put your data in. And then when you click generate, it's going to show you your chart. And if you scroll down, there's like a table and it says North Node. And right next to the North Node, look at what sign that's in. That is what you're going to use for this video. Let's take a look at what your soul's path is based off of your North Node, one sign at a time, starting with Aries North Node. If your North Node is in Aries, your soul came here to learn one simple truth. You are allowed to be yourself without needing anyone else's permission. But let's be real, for someone with this placement, that is anything but easy. You spent lifetimes, and probably much of this one, being the peacekeeper, the partner, the pleaser, the giver. You're naturally wired to see life through other people's eyes. You feel their needs before they even speak them. And because of that, it's so easy to lose track of yourself, to support everyone else's dreams while yours sit quietly in the background. I have that love for dance, I have that passion for makeup, but in this lifetime, your soul is saying no more. It is your time to lead and to go after your dreams, to act on your instincts even when no one else understands them, to trust your gut over the group consensus, to take a step forward before you're absolutely sure that it's the right one. Because guess what? That is how you find out. You are meant to take that action and then see what happens. Your comfort zone is Libra energy, peace, fairness, beauty, harmony, partnership. But the trap here is thinking you need approval before you act, that someone has to co-sign your choices, that life needs to be balanced before you can move. That is the lie that your comfort zone has been telling you to keep you safe, and safe is not what you came here for. You guys came here to start trails, to blaze trails, to be the first one, the trendsetter, the one who says, this hasn't been done before, so I'll do it. And your mission isn't about abandoning relationships completely. It's about showing up in them as a full sovereign self. It's about nurturing yourself first so you can connect to wholeness rather than need, like becoming your own partner and knowing that you don't need anyone else, but they will improve your life. Because when you know your preferences, when you know your desires, when you know what you're going after, the right partner is going to find you and you'll align with them. It's when you're chasing people out of a place of need, of people pleasing, of not knowing yourself, that you keep attracting the wrong partners. It is okay to say no. It is okay to pull back if your internal resistance is saying, am I giving too much here? That's not selfish. That's wisdom for you guys. You guys are really learning the art of sacred self-nurturance. And for you guys, it's the highest form of love. Let's talk about courage, because you guys have it in spades. It just got buried under years of playing nice, of playing fair. But the truth is, this is the lifetime to get comfortable with being bold, with making the first move, with being seen, even if it makes you stand out. Honestly, especially if it makes you stand out. Will that be selfish? Maybe at first. Will you be seen as too much? Definitely. But here's the thing. The world does not need another martyr. It needs you. Your soul signed up for this. It needs you in your full Aries energy, because Aries is meant to trailblaze. It's meant to shake things up. It's meant to do it differently. And yes, there's going to be a part of you that still really craves love, support, deep connection. And that's not wrong. But here's the twist. The only way to truly have that is to be it for yourself first. Your most fulfilling relationships won't come from seeking completion in another. They'll come from two whole people walking side by side. There's also an unspoken power for you guys in trusting your impulses. It's not reckless. They're divinely tuned. You have those gut instincts for a reason, and your job is to learn how to listen to them, to stop overthinking them, to stop asking yourself, is it okay to be who I already am? And fear will come up. Remember, when it does, it's not a sign that you should stop. It is a sign that you're standing on the edge of your next breakthrough. Step forward anyways, even if your voice is shaking, even if you are so nervous your hands are shaking, even if you're doubting yourself, especially then, that is when you're meant to step into it. You guys are not here to follow. You guys are here to lead. Not because you're trying to prove anything, but the world needs your level of courage, your original ideas, your fierce clarity, your fire, your passion. Start the business. Say what you mean, move across the country, wear the thing, share your art, cut your hair, blaze your path. People are going to meet you there. Not because you sought them out, but because you magnetize them to you. You guys do not have to justify your desires. You guys just have to honor them. And when you do, you will discover that your instincts are quite powerful, that your presence really inspires people, and when you're bold, you give others permission to rise as well. You might even realize that you've been a leader all along, but now you're at the point where you're actually owning it. It's not about being loud and aggressive, don't get me wrong. It's about being in alignment. It's about walking into the world and saying, this is me and I'm not afraid to take up space. And if you're ever doubting yourself, what can be helpful is asking, am I acting from truth or am I acting from habit? Because the truth is going to pull you forward and the habit is going to keep you back into someone you used to be. So go ahead, follow that fire within you. It's not wrong. It's not selfish. It's your soul finally remembering how to move. All right, guys, I love you so much. If you want to go deeper, feel free to book a reading with me. Please comment your experience as an Aries North Node. Did this resonate with you? Did this unlock something within you? If you are looking to learn more about how to glow up with astrology, I have 3 guides that just dropped. I'll link them below as well. All right, I love you so much. I'll see you in the next video. Let's move on to North Node in Taurus. If your North Node is in Taurus, your soul came here to slow down and build something solid. Not just externally like a home, money, career, but internally too. Self-worth, peace of mind, and a steady connection to your own values. But here's the thing, you are not new to transformation. In past lifetimes, and probably early into this one, you were deep into this Scorpio energy. It was intense, it was passionate, it was constantly merging, constantly managing crisis. You were the emotional firefighter, rushing into flames. Drama was probably familiar, and it even felt good for you. But this lifetime, you are not meant to run on adrenaline, you are meant to live in alignment. That means letting go of the chaos and learning how to trust peace, how to trust slow. And that is not easy because you guys are wired to search for danger, to sense betrayal before it even happens, to question people's motives, to dig beyond the surface. But your mission now is different. It's not to psychoanalyze people. You're here to live a life that feels good in your body. This lifetime is really about the earth. It's about sensuality, the 5 senses, grounding yourself. It's like putting your bare feet on the ground in the grass on a sunny day and saying, this is enough. Your trap is thinking that you need to solve everyone else's problems in order to feel worthy, or creating intensity where there isn't any just so you can feel alive. But the thrill of chaos is not your teacher anymore. Your soul wants to exchange survival mode for stability. So I bet you're asking, what does that look like? It looks like learning to make decisions based off what you value, not what others expect. It looks like setting boundaries even when it feels selfish. It looks like not picking up the phone just because someone else is in crisis, and instead focusing on building your foundation. Because here's the thing, you guys can't pour from an empty cup. And Taurus North Node, you guys are the cup. In this lifetime, you are meant to learn how to feel good in your body, to connect with your senses, to move at your own pace, and to trust that if something takes time, it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that it's real. You're meant to build that foundation. You are here to become the type of person who says, I don't need external chaos to feel something. I can feel joy from within. I can create peace in my internal environment. And here's the thing, yes, money matters to you guys, and not because you're shallow. Don't let anyone tell you that. But it's because your soul came here to learn how to be self-sufficient, so you can be very money motivated. In past lifetimes, you were surviving off someone else's resource, and in this lifetime, you are learning how to create your own. And the thing is, the secret, guys, you have an innate ability to create wealth, especially when you're living in alignment with your values. And those values might not look like anyone else's. You could value quality over quantity, quiet fame over legacy, over flashiness. Whatever your values are, honor that and operate from those. But the thing is, all of this starts with self-worth. In order to tap into that gift, if you guys don't believe that you're worthy of something, you will find a way to self-sabotage it every single time. Whether it's money, health, love, inner peace, you have to feel like you're worthy of it. So Taurus North Node, your task is to value yourself so deeply that the world reflects it back to you through opportunities, through relationships, through security that you built brick by brick. Not handed to you, not borrowed, but genuinely built. And let's not forget that your superpower is persistence. You are here to build the type of life that lasts. So that means committing to a person, a career, building a house, a relationship, sticking with it and picking it, committing, staying even when it's not glamorous, even when the dopamine wears off. You guys really are the architect. You are the builder. You are the archetype of sustainable power. Not explosive, not dramatic, but steady and rooted. But first, you must stop confusing stillness with stagnation. Peace is not boring, guys. It's healing. And it's what your nervous system has been craving for lifetimes. I know that you guys went through crazy stuff in your past lifetimes where you were running on that adrenaline, but this is a lifetime where you are meant to rest, you are meant to indulge, enjoy the senses, and have that peace. Chaos felt exciting before, but now your purpose is to relax. really learning about how you can be safe, trusting the ground beneath you. You can thrive in simplicity, and you don't have to earn everything through pain or sacrifice. You guys are allowed to feel good just because you're alive. Start small too. A consistent plan, a financial routine, a budget, a walk outside, a body-based hobby, yoga, commitment to beauty, pleasure, and peace in some way. Try eating what your body asks for. Try wearing that fabric that makes you feel grounded and sensual. Smelling the flowers, literally and figuratively. And when you stick with it, you are going to unlock this inner stability that no one else can shake. The kind that comes from within, the kind that lasts. All right, everybody, if you have this placement, please let me know your experience with it. Was this accurate? What did you take away from this video? And if you want to go deeper, you can book a reading with me. And I also have a bunch of astrology guides that I launched recently, linked in the description, all about glowing up based off of your chart. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Now we're moving on to Gemini North Nodes. If your North Node is in Gemini, your soul came here to learn one of the most simplest and hardest things in life: connection. Not just to ideas, but to people, to community, to be in the present, the here and the now. In past lifetimes, you were the philosopher, you were the truth seeker, climbing the spiritual mountaintops, studying the stars, searching for ultimate meaning, and you probably found it 1,000 times over. You have that Sagittarius energy in your bones, that big picture, bold, free spirit. But this time around, your soul chose something a little bit different. This time it's not about seeking the big truth. It's about noticing the small ones, the ones that people carry in their stories, in their questions, their everyday lives. You're not here to escape into the search for meaning. You guys are here to make meaning with other people. This means letting go of the belief that you have to have all of the answers, that you have to be right, that your truth is the ultimate truth. Because real connection doesn't come from knowing, it comes from curiosity. You guys are really here to ask questions to other people, not rhetorical ones, but to truly listen to what they're saying, not ask questions designed to lead to a conclusion, but open-hearted ones. I want to understand how you see this. I want to understand why you took that approach. And this might surprise you, but people love when you're curious. It's so disarming. It's healing, and it invites them to share a part of themselves. And that, more than any truth that you could deliver to them, is what they need. Your South Node instinct might be to isolate yourself, to keep moving so you don't have to explain yourself, or to check out mentally when a conversation doesn't go deep enough. But that is instinct, and it is outdated. You've done that solitary wisdom keeper path. Now your soul wants dialogue. And your growth comes through questions. It comes from curiosity, through learning how other people see the world, and realizing you don't have to correct them, just connect with them. To be honest, you guys are so smart. You can see two opposing truths at once. You can see the dichotomies of life. And you're not here to pick a side, you're here to expand the conversation. This lifetime is about presence. It's about laughing in the middle of a conversation instead of analyzing what happened later. Being lighthearted, not shallow, but finding the joy in the moment. Your past lives were heavy, and this one, it's about making peace with being human. And sometimes it means getting messy. Gemini energy can be a lot about exploration, not expertise. So you don't have to have it figured out. You can try a bunch of different things, change your mind, flip-flop, evolve, go towards one career and then just switch to another one. And yes, your Sagittarian wisdom is a gift, but when it's overused, it can lead to self-righteousness, detachment, spiritual superiority, and your North Node is reminding you that people don't need your answers, but they need your attention. So what does alignment look like for you? It looks like this: being part of a community, making small talk with the barista, asking how someone's day really was, and then staying to hear the answer. Teaching, sharing, storytelling, letting yourself be influenced, letting yourself be inspired and changed, taking part in the collective conversation instead of delivering a monologue. It really means building relationships, not just winning debates. Communicating for connection, not just conversation. And let's talk about your voice, because this really matters. It's not perfect, it's not polished, it's real. You don't need to quote a guru. You are the wisdom when you speak from experience. When you say, here's what I've seen, what about you? You guys are also really learning the magic of timing, of knowing when to speak, of knowing when to listen, when to be the teacher, and when to also play the role of the student. When to lean into a story, and then when to lean back and let silence do the work. You guys can definitely feel restless sometimes, maybe like you're meant to be somewhere else. And that's okay, because Gemini energy is very quick-witted, playful, curious, and you're here to learn through life, not master it to participate. So go ahead, write the blog post, start the podcast, call the friend, ask the question, try the thing. Your soul wants to engage. Your soul wants to be in the room, not just thinking and observing from afar. That's where your true power is, not from preaching on the mountain, but walking in the village, listening to the stories and contributing creating your own as well. Stay curious, stay connected, and remember, wisdom isn't something you hold, it's something you share. All right, guys, I love you so much. If you want to go deeper, you can book a reading with me, and please, please, please let me know your experience as a Gemini North Node in the comments. Tell me what was accurate, what resonated, and I will see you guys in the next video. We're going to move on to Cancer North Nodes. If your North Node is in Cancer, your soul came here to soften, to feel, to receive, and to remember that vulnerability is not a weakness. It is a strength in the most human form. In past lives, you guys were really the builder. You were the boss, the one with the clipboard and the 12-hour workdays, the never let him see you sweat type of attitude. Accomplishment was your identity. Responsibility was your love language. If something needed to be done, you would do it. If someone needed to be held, you offered them structure instead of softness. But this lifetime is different. This time your soul is learning how to nourish, not others, but yourself. It's learning to be okay and not knowing, to stop pretending that everything's fine when you're breaking inside, to let someone see you cry, to be okay with saying I need your help without needing to earn their help, trading emotional control for emotional truth. And yes, at first, it could feel like a downgrade for you guys. You might catch yourself saying, but I'm fine, when you're really not, or giving advice instead of expressing how you feel, or keeping it all together until you're alone in the car and letting tears run down your face. That is the pattern. That is the residue of past lives. Lives spent being the strong one, the provider, the protector, the one who didn't have time for emotions because they were stuck in survival, the one who chased success and status. But now, really, that mission is intimacy. Your soul came to learn the emotional language of love. How beautiful is that? To connect without conditions, to let go of the performance and allow yourself to just be messy, tender, human. And if you guys feel unsafe in doing that, it makes sense. You've had lifetimes where emotional expression came with consequences, where crying got punished, where softness was seen as a weakness, and your emotional armor almost saved you and protected you, but now it just blocks connection. This lifetime wants you to practice safety from the inside out. So what does that look like? It looks like creating a home that feels nourishing, a morning that grounds you, or a relationship where you're allowed to feel things, not just to fix them, and to notice when you're running on empty and stopping, not pushing harder, but honoring your feelings, not managing your feelings like a to-do list. It's learning to name what's going on inside of you, even when it feels messy, saying, I am scared, I feel overlooked, I feel like I always have to be the strong one. You guys don't have to explain it perfectly, but taking those steps to tell the truth is what matters. And you guys really are here to build a stable foundation, but not just with your bank account, also with your inner self. The trap is getting so wrapped up in productivity, control, that you forget how to receive, that you forget joy, that you forget what it feels like to be held instead of doing the holding. You don't have to earn rest, you don't have to earn love, you don't have to earn softness, you just have to allow it. And yes, it's gonna feel vulnerable first. It's gonna feel like you're kind of losing control, like you're stepping off the mountain you worked so hard to climb. But that's because the summit is no longer the goal. The goal is connection. It's nurturing, it's belonging. And it starts with you. You're allowed to make your home beautiful. You're allowed to slow down, to take a nap, to admit when something hurt, to feel everything even if you don't fully understand it yet. And your intuition is sacred. And your emotions aren't distractions, they really are messages. When you stop ignoring them, when you stop suppressing them or shaming them, something amazing happens and you start to heal. You start to feel safe in your own skin and build relationships where people actually see the real you. You start to realize that love doesn't have to be earned and it can just be. Here's the plot twist, because when you let others see you being vulnerable, being emotional, they often feel more inspired by you compared to when you're performing in strength. It helps them feel safe. And that is the type of leadership that you are embodying in this lifetime. The kind that nurtures, that listens, that heals. You are not here to manage everyone's lives. You're here to create sacred spaces for others and within yourself, emotionally, energetically, physically, where people can just be, including you. This means letting go of the need to always have it together, pretending that everything is handled. You're here to lead with empathy, not control. Presence, not performance. I love you guys so much. Please tell me your experience with this placement. Did this resonate? And if you want to go deeper, you can also book a reading with me. I have that link below, and I have a bunch of astrology glow up guides that just launched if you're interested in that as well. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Moving on to North Node in Leo. Leo North Node, your soul came here to shine. Not in a look at me, I'm better than everyone type of way, but in a way that you're not hiding anymore. You're not afraid to take up space. In past lives, you were the observer, you were the team player, the humanitarian behind the scenes. You lived in the role, the realm realm of Aquarius. Logic, objectivity, group classes, intellect, detachment. You didn't need to stand out, and in fact, you probably avoided it. You shaped yourself to fit in, to stay quiet, to keep the peace, and give power to the collective, which is beautiful, but in this lifetime, you are here to reclaim the spotlight. And I know the spotlight can feel terrifying, it can feel vulnerable, like everyone's watching and judging you and you don't want to mess up. But that is just your South Node talking, trying to keep you safe, trying to keep you small. Because the truth is, the world needs your light. You guys were born with this creative fire within you, and you're not meant to keep it hidden, but to express it loudly, passionately, playfully. It is about letting your inner child come out and lead in this life. You're not here to analyze your dreams from a distance. You are here to act on them, embody them, and play that role in your own story, being the main character. And yes, it's going to feel dramatic at times. That's okay, because drama is not the enemy here. Suppression is. Your soul wants to embrace the full spectrum of who you are, even the messy parts and especially the joyful ones. You might have learned to tone yourself down, say the right thing, to not make waves, but Leo energy says make waves, make a scene, make the whole production if you want to, but just make it yours, make it authentic to you. And your trap is waiting for permission, waiting till you're 100% ready, waiting till other people approve. Power doesn't come from group consensus, it comes from self-expression. So what does alignment look like? Alignment is taking the center stage in your life, like wearing what you love, even if it's a little extra, saying yes to what lights you up, and no to what dims you down, following your heart instead of the crowd. It is giving yourself applause first and trusting the world is going to echo it. North Node and Leo people, you are here to lead from the heart. That doesn't mean bossing people around, but inspiring them, lighting them up by being you, giving them permission to be bold because you are being who you are. You guys are here to be the example, the muse, but to do that, you have to stop hiding, to stop pretending that you're okay with being on the sidelines, because I know a part of you deep down doesn't want that. And you came here to perform, not for performance sake, but for joy. Your courage to say this is me is what heals people. It is what activates your purpose. And here is the magic. When you fully step into who you are, the right people are going to find you. The ones who resonate with your heart, the ones who align with your light and help lift you up too. The ones who are drawn to your light, who you don't have to chase, you just have to be you and you'll attract them in. But this takes guts, right? It means daring to believe you're worthy of a big, radiant life. Not just a useful one, a shift from usefulness to radiance. You guys are allowed to want romance, to crave validation, to want your work to be seen. That doesn't make you needy, it makes you honest. In fact, the more you express your authenticity, the more magnetic you're going to become. You're not trying to be perfect, you're just trying to be true. And your truth is what makes people fall in love with you. Not just romantically, but also energetically, creatively. So go ahead, post the art, sing the song, start the business, join the dance team, wear the thing, flirt a little, play a lot, because life is not a spreadsheet. It is meant to be a stage for you guys. You are here to take up space with love, with laughter, to write your own story and to be seen and celebrated. All right, guys, please, please, please tell me your experience as a Leo North Node. I would love to know it in the comments. If you want to go deeper, you can book a reading with me. I have that linked in the description. And if you're looking to glow up with your astrology, I just dropped 3 different guides a few weeks ago, and you can look at those in the description as well. All right, I love you so much. I will see you in the next video. Moving on to North Node in Virgo. If you have this North Node placement, you guys are here to build the bridge between structure and spirituality. So you guys have that Pisces energy in your past, lives of surrender, of service, of mysticism, of dreams, and the inner world. You knew how to merge with the universe, to lose yourself in the bliss, to dissolve in the boundaries. But you might have also lost your footing, lost your voice, lost yourself. And this time, the soul's mission is different. You're here to get grounded, to bring that divine energy down to earth. To stop escaping, to stop spacing out, to stop waiting for a savior or a sign, but to start showing up. You guys aren't here to float through life, you're here to organize it, to clean it up, to create order, healing, not just in your own world, but the world around you. And your gift is seeing the chaos and knowing where the thread is within it. You have the sensitivity of the Pisces, but you also have the discernment of the Virgo. Not everything is your responsibility, but some things are. And when you choose which you're going to take on, that unlocks your power. Virgo isn't about perfectionism, it's about participation. And at first it can feel heavy, like too much, like life is asking too much of you. But here's the truth, you're being asked to step into your real strength. Your soul already knows how to dream, you guys are learning how to deliver. That means taking the vision and turning it into a path, turning it into a plan, creating routines, tracking progress, communicating clearly, grounding intuition into action. Yes, you're intuitive, you know things that other people don't, but you can't just float through life hoping people will get you. You've got to speak, to clarify, to participate. That is how your wisdom lands, and your trap It's victimhood, escapism, confusion, waiting for someone else to handle it, waiting for life to magically fix it. Virgo is here to teach you, you are the solution. You have everything you need within you. You don't need a savior, you just need to make a system. This is a lifetime where you learn to trust yourself through practice. Not just prayer, not just intention, but practice, repetition, honoring the small things, showing up for work, even when it's not sexy, even when it's not spiritual, even when it's not creative. Because you know it is spiritual, honoring your time, tracking your finances, cleaning up your space, owning your gifts, making peace with your body. This Virgo energy says that spirituality lives in the details. And it's okay to be overwhelmed and not know the way forward. You're just meant to take one step at a time. One email, one honest conversation, one meal that fuels you, one habit that helps you heal, one calendar that you actually use, like breaking down your goals into digestible chunks of steps you can start taking today. You don't have to like overhaul your entire life. You just have to take one step forward and begin. When you do, something shifts and you stop waiting for the universe to save you. You realize that the universe actually put you guys here to help save others. You are a healer, maybe not with a white coat in the traditional sense, maybe with your words, your wisdom, your daily presence, not by disappearing into spiritual ideals, but anchoring them into reality, bringing clarity, practicality, precision, moving people from fog to focus. And you guys might be tempted to turn inward when you're overwhelmed, to shut down, to spiral into anxiety or confusion. But Virgo energy says don't disappear, engage. Check the facts, ask the questions, make the list, look at the details, because when you're grounded, you guys really gain clarity. When you act, you regain confidence. And here's the thing, the world is chaotic, but you guys, you're calm, especially through your competence. You stabilize the moment when you step into it on a material level, on a physical level, rather than away from it. This lifetime is not about bypassing, waiting, or hoping someone else will clean it up. It's a lifetime about sacred service. Your presence, your work, your attention to detail, it becomes the path for healing. Start with your morning, your finances, your body, your communication. It's not a life of hiding, it's a life of healing, and you start by healing yourself. All right, guys, I love you so much. Please let me know your experience with this placement. Did it resonate? What's been happening for you? And if you want to go deeper, I do have readings as well, and you can book a reading with me through the links in the description. Subscribe for more content, and I will see you in the next video. Let's move on to North Node in Libra. If your North Node is in Libra, your soul came here to partner. In past lives, you were the warrior, Aries energy, independent, headstrong, a master of doing things solo and trusting your instincts, charging into battle, making quick, fast decisions. And honestly, you got stuff done. But this lifetime, you're not meant to win alone, you're meant to balance. Your soul came here to learn the sacred art of we, to soften your edges, to learn that compromise is not a weakness. It's wisdom, and that support is not a burden, but it's a bridge. You guys are not here to fight your way through life anymore, you're here to harmonize. Yes, that might sound like a demotion for your South Node. You might resist and say, why should I ask for help when I can just do it myself? But that Libra energy is saying, what if I did it with someone else and we created something even better? You are learning how to merge your will and your skill with someone else without losing yourself, and that is a skill. Your trap in this lifetime is thinking that independence equates to power, that the more you control, the safer you'll be, because that is a formula for loneliness, for burnout, for always wondering why no one is there when you need them, while never actually letting them in. Libra is teaching you the truth, that connection is a strength, not a shortcut. So what does alignment look like? It looks like asking questions instead of giving orders, like tuning in before you speak, saying, how does this affect us, instead of how can I get what I want? Learning the dance of diplomacy, and realizing in the right partnership, everyone wins. You are learning to value others not just for what they bring to your life, but for who they are. And that is the shift where the magic begins. And let's be real, you probably already felt that pull, the yearning for love, for connection, for someone who really sees you, deep mutual support. And it's not a weakness, it's your soul remembering what you came here for. But to get that, you need to let go of the lone wolf persona. You've got to stop thinking that being soft makes you vulnerable and weak to attack. You've got to release the urge to dominate and embrace the art of relating. In past lives, you survived by asserting yourself, learning how to push through, but now survival is not the goal, connection is. So here is your challenge. Practice patience. Ask others what they want. Let someone else drive, figuratively and literally. Don't bulldoze feelings in the room just to get it done. Let peace become more important than just being right. And let collaboration become your new currency, welcoming in feedback, not fearing it. And here's the secret, when you guys lift someone else up, you rise too. Your soul chose this path not to be sidelined, but to really learn what it means to share the stage. You don't lose power or sight by letting someone else shine. In fact, that's how you become more radiant. You are here to create something beautiful together, not just be alone at the top. In true connection, you're going to be seen not just for your achievements, but your vulnerabilities, for your effort, your willingness to grow, to soften, to listen. There is a deeper kind of strength that comes with staying open, even when you want to armor up. There is bravery in choosing to work it out instead of walking away, healing when you choose intimacy over ego. So take the risk, collaborate, invite input, choose grace over reaction, slow down when your fire wants to blaze forward. There is wisdom in waiting, there is intimacy in listening. When you learn how to work with other people, how to see the other person, hear their truth, meet them in the middle, you unlock a whole nother level of peace and power. And when others feel safe with you, they reflect that beauty back to you in ways that you've never even imagined. Your mission is not just to lead, but to hear others and lead with love. All right, guys, I love you so much. Please comment if you have this placement. Let me know your experience. And if you want to go deeper into your chart, you can book a reading with me. I have that linked in the description, and follow for more content like this. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. We are moving on to Scorpio North Nodes. If your North Node is in Scorpio, your soul came here to transform. You are not here for the safe route. You're not here to stay the same. You are here to let go of what's comfortable so you can evolve into what's truly powerful. Past lives were all about Taurus energy, stability, self-sufficiency, building slow and steady, learning how to create comfort and to hold on, to build something that lasted. And you probably brought that into this life around ages 0 to 12, and that desire to feel in control, grounded, and secure. But this lifetime is not about keeping everything under control. It's about learning to release, because Scorpio is the sign of rebirth, of shedding old skin, of trusting the process, even when it looks like destruction. And that can be terrifying for someone who's coming from that Taurus energy of stability, of comfort zone. But here's that truth. The security that you're clinging onto is stunting your growth. This lifetime is letting go of the things that no longer serve you, even when they used to keep you safe. Learning that true strength doesn't come from ownership, but it comes from trust. Trusting your intuition, trusting the process, trusting that what dies in your life is simply making space for what is meant to live on. And yes, it'll feel like you're losing control sometimes, like things are being ripped away from you, being asked to leap without a safety net. But every time you surrender, you rise. Scorpio North Node people, you are here to uncover what is underneath, to go deeper, to face the fears that most people avoid. And your gift is an X-ray vision for the soul, because you can see what's real, you can see what's hidden, the truth, the rawness, the lies. You're not here to be surface level, you're here to alchemize. You have that gift for a reason. And the trap in this lifetime is attachment, possessiveness, clinging to old material items, old relationships, because they feel safe, but they're not safe, they're stagnant. And if something in your life is not growing, it's a good time to ask yourself, what am I afraid to let go of? And you're not meant to do it all alone. You're not just meant to be the rock, the builder, the hoarder. Instead, you're supposed to open up to intimacy, collaboration, even financial dependence at sometimes. Many of you guys might be dependent on a partner or dependent on someone else for your finances, for your living. Not because you're weak, but you're here to learn interdependence. Not losing power through sharing, but gaining power through trust. So what does alignment look like? It looks like diving deep instead of staying comfortable, like healing old wounds to let go of what no longer resonates, even when it's scary, and especially when it's scary. Saying yes to growth even when it demands a version of you that doesn't quite exist yet. It means being willing to fall apart so you can come back together more clear, more wise. And here's something to remember. Not everyone can go where you're going. Some people, some paths, some patterns, they were just meant to prepare you for what is next. Letting go doesn't always mean loss. It often means liberation. You are learning the meaning of true power. Not power over others, but power from within. When everything else falls away, all you need is your own power. Being willing to transform rather than cling on. Scorpio energy doesn't break things, it rebuilds them. More aligned and more authentic. You guys are really here for the deep work, to explore psychology, taboo, occult, intimacy, healing, sexuality, the shadow side of life. You could be drawn to taboo topics like metaphysics, mysterious topics, life and death, and that is not random. That is your soul craving the depth of life. You want to go into the deeper meanings. So stop playing small. Stop pretending you're fine with the shallow side of life. At the end of the day, what you lose is nothing compared to what you guys gain. Freedom, power, and truth. Not staying safe but evolving. Alright guys, I love you so much. Please let me know your experience with this placement. Was this accurate for you? And if you want to dive deeper into your chart and your life purpose, you can book a reading with me, linked in the description. Subscribe for more content like this. I love you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Moving on to Sagittarius North Nodes. If your North Node is in Sagittarius, your soul came here to embark on a quest, to explore the truths, to expand your horizons, to expand your heart and your mind. This is not about staying comfortable in familiar places. It is about venturing boldly into uncharted territory, driven by curiosity and this undying search and desire for wisdom. In past lives, you may have clung on to certainty, to logic, you built systems, you embraced routine, or held on to doctrines that shield you from the unknown. But now your soul has chosen a different path. Sagittarius energy is all about adventure. It is the burning question of what's next, the invitation to explore the unknown, the unseen, not just with your body, but exploring it with every fiber of your being. You are being called to trust in the vastness of life, saying yes to travel, to higher learning, and to philosophies that challenge your old way of thinking. You guys are breaking free from old ideas, old belief systems, from narrow perspectives, and you're seeking out cultural diversity, brand new ideas, travel, embracing wisdom that comes from experiences beyond your comfort zone. Imagine your life as a grand journey on like a winding road. Along the way, every challenge, every uncertainty is a lesson. Every step you take beyond what is known, your inner compass grows truer. This is your soul's invitation to write your own adventure, even when it feels like you're leaving behind the security of what you already know. Remember that each horizon holds a deeper meaning and richer experiences. Your trap is the temptation to stay in rigid dogmas and mistaking certainty for wisdom. It's easy to fall back on that old familiar path. Those answers, they are given to you by your old belief system, but your Sagittarius energy demands that you question everything, including yourself. You guys learn that you're best when you're challenged and when your assumptions are turned on their head, when you dare to live a life guided by endless curiosity rather than comfort. Embracing this North Node energy means diving into the world, celebrating differences, engaging with different ideas and opinions, admitting when you don't have all the answers. After all, the wisdom lies in knowing the journey is more important than the destination. You could find yourself drawn to experiences that broaden your perspectives, a spontaneous trip, a conversation with someone with strikingly different views than your own, or diving into literature that challenges your worldview. These experiences are not distractions, they are stepping stones in your growth. Your mission in this life is to develop a philosophy that is uniquely your own, collecting lessons from every corner of the world and diluting them into a truth that guides you. It requires courage, the courage to question, to venture, to travel, to fail, and to try over and over again. But when you act on that inner calling, you're not only transforming yourself, but you're transforming the people who embark on those journeys with you and inspire others to go on their own quest for meaning. Yet this journey is not solely intellectual or physical, it's deeply spiritual. Sagittarius teaches you that faith is not blind. It is the informed trust that comes with life, with living a life full of rich, diverse experiences. To embrace the mystery while also carving out your own path, your path towards understanding, because in this process, you learn to balance reason and wonder, to hold your beliefs lightly, and to welcome change. There will be moments where the road feels lonely, where your search for meaning feels overwhelming. In those times, remember that every step into the unknown builds your resilience and expands your inner world. Each challenge is a teacher, expanding, releasing outdated beliefs to adopt a more expansive view of what is possible. North Node in Sagittarius, it's not about arriving at a final destination. Your life is a grand, ongoing adventure, knowing that every day holds potential for discovery. It invites you to stretch beyond your limits and ask bold questions, remaining open to all the possibilities life has to offer. So dare to ask, dare to travel, dare to question everything. Every experience is a lesson. Embrace the thrill of not knowing, because in that uncertainty lies the spark for true freedom. The quest for truth is endless. I love you guys so much. Please comment and tell me your experience being a Sagittarius North Node. If you want to go deeper into your chart, book a reading with me. The link is in the description, and subscribe for more free content like this. I love you so much, and I will see you in the next video. Moving on to my North Nodes in Capricorn. If your North Node is in Capricorn, your soul came here to build something. Not just feel things, not just floating, not just processing emotions until you're exhausted, but to create structure and rise to maturity. To become this mountain of steady endurance and being capable of leading others to solid ground. In past lives, you were the Cancer energy, nurturing, service-oriented, sensitive, emotionally attuned. You were the caretaker who supported other people, who made them feel safe. And that gave you deep empathy and this intuition that is unmatched. A heart that feels everything, but this time you're here to lead, not just feel. Your soul is moving beyond being emotionally reactive to being strategically proactive. And that means growing up, not the bored, old, rigid way, but in the sacred way of owning your power, stepping into it, stepping into responsibility, defining success on your own terms. Your trap in this lifetime is emotional dependency, looking to others to validate your worth. wanting someone to save you or give you permission to move forward, worrying more about how you feel than what you build. But Capricorn says that feelings are important, but they're not the whole story. You are meant to learn how to carry your emotions with grace while still showing up, to feel something deeply and keep going, to trust that vulnerability isn't a weakness, but it needs the container of discipline to serve your highest good. Alignment looks like turning your dreams into goals, using your feelings as fuel, and your intentions into actions. You're here to be a builder, a boss, someone who turns their vision into their legacy. And yes, you still feel things deeply, yes, you still care, but you're learning how not to drown in the emotion, but instead how to channel it. Because when you show up consistently, when you honor your goals, you honor your word, making hard choices, something sacred happens. You begin to trust yourself, and that's the real journey of confidence. Your gift is in your ability to lead from the heart, but not to be fully ruled by it. Inspiring others through your actions, your standards, your integrity, not because you're perfect, but because you show up anyways. Letting go of the need to be nurtured, and instead becoming your own source of security, someone that others can even lean on, because you have learned to stand tall. This might mean you experience moments in life where you feel alone, unsupported, like people are too emotional, too unreliable, too reactive, and in those moments, you'll feel compelled to go back to your cocoon. But don't, because these experiences, these memories are your gym for your soul, the resistance that builds your strength. You are not meant to stay in the emotional tides. You are meant to build the harbor. And when you do, when you embrace your inner CEO, your disciplined architect, you become unstoppable. This is a lifetime where you take responsibility for your own success. When you stop waiting to be chosen and you choose yourself. You don't need someone to rescue you. You don't need to feel ready to start. You just need to start, because every plan you commit to, every boundary you hold, that's you stepping into alignment. It's about the long game, not chasing the quick wins. And it creates lasting impacts. Give yourself permission to climb, to rise, and take yourself seriously. You don't have to apologize for wanting to build something solid. You are not too ambitious. You're just finally aligned. Let your emotions inform you, but your vision is what's going to guide you. I love you so, so much. Please comment your experience with this placement. And if you want to go deeper into your chart, you can book a reading with me and subscribe for more free content like this. I'll see you in the next video. And we are going to move on to North Node in Aquarius. If your North Node is in Aquarius, your soul came here to help humanity evolve. Not by being the star of the show, but becoming part of something bigger. By detaching from the need to shine and instead illuminating the collective. In past lives, you mastered Leo energy. You were the performer, the leader, the romantic, the hero, and you lived from your heart. You knew how to take center stage, how to inspire, how to get the applause, and you brought some of that charm with you. But this time, you are not meant to be the main character. You are here to be the visionary behind the movement. Aquarius says step out of the spotlight and into the system. Not to disappear, but to upgrade it. Your soul is here to revolutionize, to innovate, to bring a forward, future-oriented perspective that helps others rise. Think about releasing attachment to the ego and instead attaching to the bigger picture. You're here to think differently, to disrupt, to break molds, to follow your weird ideas, the ones that no one else sees coming, because those are the ones that matter. Your trap in this lifetime is seeking approval through performance, waiting to be adored, waiting to feel special, waiting to be seen. But Aquarius says it's not about you, it's about what you're building for other people. This doesn't mean dimming your light, it just means using it differently. Instead of entertaining the crowd, you're enlightening the system. Saying, what if we did this completely differently? The architect of building a better future. Aquarius energy thrives on originality. It asks you to release outdated systems and move forward into innovation in relationships, in work, family life, society, everything. You are here to experiment, to evolve, to break the mold of this is how it's always been. Alignment looks like staying connected to a bigger cause, bigger than your ego, and giving without needing credit. It's using your uniqueness to uplift everybody else's. You are the bolt of progress. You're not here to keep people comfortable, you're here to wake them up. But that requires detachment, emotional maturity, letting go of drama, of flattery, of needing others to reflect back your worth. You are here to be objective, to think for yourself, to live on the edge of convention and say, actually, we can do this better. Your power grows when you're actually in groups, not cliques, but communities, movements, circles of people who are around a shared ideal. You are not meant to work alone, but you're meant to work with people who get it, who understand it, or share a common vision. Do not waste your time trying to impress people who don't understand your vision. You are not here to prove yourself, but instead to create change. And change can be lonely, because when you're ahead of your time, people might not always see what you're building, but you're not here for the validation. You're here to be a messenger for the future. And when the future lands, you will find your tribe, the people who have been waiting for your wavelength. So what does it look like to walk that path? It means creating systems that work, technologies that elevate, art that speaks dialogue, communities that foster freedom, being generous with your ideas and detached from how they're received. It's no longer about, look at me, look at how I'm performing on stage. It's about, look at this idea I have. How can we make it happen? Aquarius energy invites you to step back from emotional reactivity and lead with a vision, leading with innovation and compassion for the collective experience. And when you do, you let go of that Leo need for attention and you embrace that gift of Aquarius energy, of contribution, and you tap into a deeper sense of fulfillment, one that doesn't depend on applause but lasts. So go ahead, be weird, be different, be the rebel with a cause. You did not come here to blend in, you came here to shift the paradigm, changing the kingdom, not winning the crowd. I love you guys so much. Please tell me your experience with this placement, and if you want to go deeper, you can book a reading with me. I'll have that linked in the description, and subscribe for more free content like this. I will see you in the next video. Let's move on to a North Node in Pisces. If your North Node is in Pisces, your soul came here to surrender, not in a defeated way, but in a divine way. You came here to learn that flow is stronger than force, and that trust is the ultimate superpower. In past lives, you were the Virgo archetype, precise, hardworking, organized. You knew how to fix things, improve them, plan them down to the minute seconds. You were the person people counted on when they needed structure and visibility and security. But this time, your soul is craving something softer. You are here to dissolve the need to control every outcome, to release the obsession with getting it right, to stop trying to edit life and instead experience it. Pisces isn't about logic, it's about faith. Your trap in this lifetime is getting lost in the details, trying to fix yourself, trying to fix others, trying to fix the world because it feels safer than just being. You might catch yourself saying things like, once I got it all under control, then I can relax. But guess what? That day never comes, because Pisces says you don't need to earn your peace. It's already yours if you allow. You are here to connect with the unseen, embrace intuition, imagination, spirit, and loving without conditions. You're not here to analyze your emotions. You're here to feel them and not understand the universe, but merge with it. Alignment means letting go of looking at the spreadsheet and sometimes just listening to the song. It's about following your dreams even when they're unproven, totally unsteady, and irrational. Pisces energy asks you to release the idea of perfectionism and open to the wisdom of the present moment. Here's the truth. Life is not a puzzle to solve. It is a poem to experience for you guys. You are meant to live in tune with your dreams, your sensitivity, your spirituality. And yes, that might feel scary at first, especially because you're used to controlling every variable. But when you let go, you really let go, you discover a completely new type of strength. It's not the strength that comes from control. It's the strength that comes from connection, from knowing that you're held and that the tides and the flow of life is carrying you exactly where you're meant to end up. That means meditation, art, music, journaling, creating space for stillness and silence so you can hear what your inner self is trying to tell you. It also means stepping away from that need and desire to solve everyone else's problems, not being the one who always has the answer. You're learning that sometimes holding space for people is more powerful than offering a solution. Pisces North Node people often feel like they've been working for lifetimes trying to fix what is broken. Like they always had to prove themselves. But this time, guys, it's a lifetime to heal. It means resting, dreaming, wandering, taking a leap without knowing where you're gonna land just because your intuition says so. It's less about making sense of it and more about doing what feels right. You are learning to trust the universe like it's your best friend, or develop some sort of faith system that you can believe in and trust in, to recognize that even when things aren't going your way, they are going the right way. And yes, it can feel really ungrounded at times, like you're floating without an anchor, but every time you choose to surrender and trust, you choose faith over fear, you are rising towards your path of fulfillment, making space for divine circumstances and unexpected synchronicities. Pisces doesn't play by the rules, it plays by intuition. Say yes to the mystery, say yes to the miracles, the experiences that make you feel like your heart is singing. You didn't come here to micromanage your life. I love you guys so much. Please comment your experience with this placement. Tell me more about what it's like to be a Pisces North Node. And if you want to book a reading, you want to go deeper into your chart, you can do that by clicking the link in the description of this video. And also, if you're looking to glow up with your astrology, I just dropped 3 intro guides of how you can glow up in wellness, deal with self-sabotage, and how you can find your soulmate in alignment with your astrology. As always, subscribe if you want more free content like this, and I'm so thankful to have you on this channel. This is not an easy path following your North Node, but it is one that is so fulfilling. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next video.